Despite coming from a rather wealthy family, I had an extremely difficult childhood, as I was never able to experience the comfort and luxury of being born into one. In other words, I had to battle for every dime and work my way up. Despite his wealth, my father never lavished money on me or any of his other children. I couldn't understand why a typical wealthy parent would feel okay with his child fighting for every dime, so I took it too personally. For that, I detested him. Still, it took me a long time to understand my dad's actions. He just desired for me and my siblings to labor for money, learn the value of money, and, above all, feel the agony of labor in order to drive us to gain knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Yeah, the knowledge of how to make and keep money, the wisdom to multiply that money, and the understanding of how money works. And to be quite honest, as his children, this approach to parenting has really benefited us all. He may finally rest in the Lord with assurance and tranquility, fully certain that we will not let him down, discredit him, or destroy the legacy he has left behind. Many parents, especially those who experienced extreme poverty, don't, however, adopt this parenting approach. In order to ensure that their children never have to struggle for money or lack anything in life, they grow up determined to become rich and wealthy. That's not a bad thing, you may say. But then, is that really the right thing? You see, as parents, we all want what's best for our children. But sometimes, it's so easy to get caught up in wanting to give our kids the best of everything that we lose sight of the impacts it can have on them. Some wealthy parents, for instance, think that giving their kids a lot of money will guarantee their success and happiness, but little did they know that their actions were setting their kids up for a future full of challenges, whether it be in terms of money, relationships, mental health, emotional health, or physical health. Without proper financial education, they may struggle financially. As they reach adulthood, they face difficulties in managing their own finances effectively. They lack the essential life skills needed to budget, save, and appreciate money, and make responsible financial decisions. Without these skills, they become vulnerable to debt and financial instability. The fact is that kids who have an abundance of money growing up, money they never had to work for, may have a warped idea of what money is worth. The value of perseverance, postponing gratification, and realizing the significance of money could be difficult concepts for them to comprehend. Unfortunately, many of these children grow up to become irresponsible adults, burdened by debt and financial stress. Some affluent parents feel that lavishing their kids with material possessions is a good approach to ensure their happiness. However, that is untrue. The reason for this is because youngsters who are continuously pampered with material goods may grow up to feel entitled, not understand the worth of things, and believe that everything should come to them without any effort on their part. That isn't how things operate in real life, though. Yes, your kids will be on their own in real life. And it is their responsibility to make it happen if it is too. Nobody is coming to their aid. Who will be solely responsible for your pampered children's lives when you are no longer around to support and assist them if not themselves? Even then, how can you expect spoiled children who have become too reliant on their parents to manage their own life once they pass away? I'm afraid not. Aside from that, another consequence of spoiling children with money is the potential strain it places on family relationships. Because when children grow up accustomed to lavish lifestyles, they may become fixated on their inheritance, leading to bitter disputes and fractured bonds. In fact, it's not uncommon to witness siblings quarrel, get resentful, or even murder one another over the inheritances their parents leave behind after they pass away, especially in Africa. The psychological effect is an additional consequence. Children frequently struggle as they grow up with poor self-esteem and feelings of inadequacy. They could struggle to establish lasting connections and cultivate a self-worth that extends beyond their material belongings. On the other hand, children who have had to put in a lot of effort to succeed frequently mature into adults with a strong work ethic and a higher appreciation for their successes. They know the importance of tenacity and the fulfillment that comes from achieving success on their own. The consequences of spoiling your kids with money are endless, and I can just go on and on mentioning them, but that's not my focus. The real question is, what can we do as parents to ensure our children grow up to be financially responsible adults? First, it all starts with setting clear boundaries and expectations around money. We need to teach them the value of hard work, delayed gratification, and the importance of saving and investing for the future. More so, it's important to teach our children the value of money. This means explaining to them how money works, how to earn it, and how to save it. Giving children an allowance and encouraging them to set aside a portion of it is a good place to start. We enable our kids to make wiser financial decisions by educating them about money at a young age. These kids therefore become financially independent adults who see the value of prudent saving, investing, and budgeting. Second, we must provide them the chance and support to make their own money through odd jobs, side gigs, or business endeavors. This will push them to gain information, wisdom, and understanding about money and finance by teaching them the importance of discipline, hard effort, and the taste of labor. Third, we must instill budgeting in our kids. To do this, demonstrate to them how to make and adhere to a budget. By teaching kids how to prioritize spending and including them in family budget conversations, we may achieve this. Fourth, it's important to teach them about debt. Thus, we need to explain the consequences of debt and how to avoid it. This means teaching them about credit cards, loans, and interest rates. Fifth, we must exercise caution so that we don't always decide their financial matters. That is to say, we should empower our kids to have financial autonomy, including choosing how to use their birthday or allowance money. We ought to let them bear the repercussions of their choices and grow from them. Sixth, we ought to try to impart some investing knowledge to them. In other words, we should teach them about investing in compound interest and describe how it might help them gradually increase their money. Along with showing them the potential advantages of long-term investments, we should also urge them to begin investing early. Seventh, we should endeavor to monitor their financial habits. That is, we need to keep an eye on our children's financial behavior and provide guidance or intervention when necessary. Above all, in the event that they require assistance with money management, we should urge them to contact us or a financial counselor. Eighth, as our children become older, we should try to have honest conversations with them regarding money. This entails having conversations with your kids about the value of sound money management, the perils of debt, and the advantages of setting aside money for the future. It's crucial to encourage kids to ask questions and to keep the talks age appropriate. Ninth, we ought to instill in our children a sense of social responsibility. We both agree that we don't want to raise children who have large wallets but little hearts or compassion. Or what use does money serve when one is callous and lacking in moral integrity? It is so imperative that we instill in our kids the value of helping others in need in their communities. Urge them to give to charitable causes or give of their time to assist others. 10th, since acquiring financial responsibility is a process, it is normal for our kids to make errors along the way. Therefore, it is important that we are understanding, patient, and ready to offer advice and assistance when required. Last, but not the least, 11th, we have to always provide a model for them to follow that is admirable. We must ensure that we practice financial responsibility as our kids pick up on our behavior. This entails acting responsibly with our money by saving, budgeting, and staying out of debt, as well as by being open and honest about our personal financial situation and making wise financial choices. In summary, to ensure that our children become financially responsible adults, it is crucial that we educate them the importance of money, budget, and debt management, and that we set a good example for them. Never forget that it's never too early to begin educating your kids about money, parents. By instilling financial responsibility, we set them up for a lifetime of success. And we are very proud of our kids when it happens, as we are aware that they are financially literate and have a solid foundation for the future. Above all, our time and attention are the greatest gifts we can give our children. So instead of merely concentrating on purchasing goods, let's make memories and solidify our connections. Thanks for watching, and remember, before you spoil your kids with your money, think about the long-term impact it can have. See you next time.